now is conservative columnist Chris Bedford. Chris, so in an hour and 40 minutes, we will start getting news as to if Jamaal Bowman could be the first Democrat to lose his primary. I have two tea leaves, and I want to present them to you in sequence. The first tea leaf I have for you is early voting, is mail-in voting, and this is according to the New York Daily News. We have not independently confirmed this, but here it is. There were about 10,000 Democratic voters that had cast their ballot in Westchester County. That's good news for George Latimer, the Democrat who is more tame than Jamaal Bowman. And then when you flip over to the Bronx, there were only 6,445 people who voted so far in the Democratic primary. These are very, very early vote numbers. But that is good news for George Latimer.
It is, and I think Jamaal Bowman is actually in trouble. He's really the first person in the squad to actually, for the Democrats to be able to get their hooks into. It's been 6 years, essentially, of the squad bullying Democrats into taking completely untenable positions. It started to backfire. They've really worn out their welcome. But he's also worn out his welcome with his own voters. I mean, that big rally he held with AOC and Bernie Sanders, that wasn't even in his district. He's talking about the people of South Bronx telling AIPAC where to go. He doesn't represent the South Bronx. He represents maybe a little bit of the North Bronx, but largely it's places like New Rochelle and White Plains. He's north of that. So he's talking to the wrong voters. He's got and the criticism is that he's more interested in fame, that he's too anti-Israel. Well, he hasn't done anything at all to try and dissuade that. He's just doubled down, and I think he's actually in real trouble.
I think so, and you're kind of call that rally large. There were about 1,200 people there, according to AOC. But look, okay.
1/10 of what Trump gathered.
What 1/10? Great point. Here's my second piece of evidence, and you teed it up perfectly because it involves AOC. There's trouble in paradise. You just saw them jumping on the stage together. Well, this is according to the New York Post, and this happened today. AOC skipped out on the 3:30 p.m. event with Jamaal Bowman, noting, quote, a shift in schedule. Ouch. And as for tonight, she's supposed to go to the watch party, right? Well, her schedule is still firming up. It's unclear if she will attend Bowman's primary night watch party in Yonkers. Now, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it doesn't seem like AOC wants to be seen with him.
I think that makes sense. I mean, the squad was able to push a lot of ideas that were pretty foreign to even liberal Democratic politics before 2018 when they first showed up, whether it's defund the police or abolish ICE. But what really opened them up to mass criticism from some of their own constituents, especially in Bowman's case, was the October 7th attack. And seemingly, and kind of clearly actually in some cases, siding with Hamas, calling the mass rapes and mass murders a hoax or at least exaggerated. Those are the sorts of things that allowed people like Hillary Clinton or former Governor Andrew Cuomo to come in and say, we don't want this person representing Democratic politics, and kind of regain the high ground. They were so afraid of the squad for so long, so cowed into submission. Now they feel like they got the moral high ground. They're hungry for it, and they're going to strike.
Yeah, and he apologized for some of that anti-Semitism, but it was conveniently during an election, of course. Chris, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.